Hey guys, how's it going? Tuukru's here, and today we're joined with a special guest.
Tomoko です。
Today we're doing our video by Skype. We're doing our social distancing, so even though many of you guys know Tomoko lives in Nagoya, Japan with me, and we're both local YouTubers here, we make some videos together, but now we have to stay a safe distance away from each other, so even though we live very close, right now we're separated by a computer screen.
At home.
At home. And we wanted to talk about, in today's video, face masks. So a lot of people have been really surprised at the low case numbers of the virus here in Japan. And one of the reasons for that is, of course, a little bit of lack of testing, but also one of the other big reasons is face masks. And so in today's video, we want to talk about some of the reasons why Japanese people have traditionally worn face masks. So even before this whole virus situation, Japanese people regularly would use face masks during the day. Everyone uses it. People at work, students will use it, people of all ages, young and old. We want to talk about some of the reasons why Japanese people wear face masks, when this started, some of the interesting reasons, and some of the maybe strange reasons. We're going to be talking about that, and I have my opinions as a foreigner here in Japan, and Tomoko, being a Japanese person, we can share our opinions on this topic in today's video. So, Tomoko, when did people in Japan start wearing face masks? Has this always been a thing, or about how long do you think this trend has been going on here in Japan?
When I was a high school student, not many people wore.
But we can't disclose when you were a high school student. That's secret information.
So how long ago ね、30年ぐらい前とか、30 years ago?
So not too long ago. This trend is pretty recent.
So. In the old days, we don't wear mask often.
So what do you think was the reason this trend sort of started in Japan about 30 years ago? Was there a certain event that caused this?
No, one reason is hay fever. And 日本の食べ物が変化して、花粉症もたくさんになった。
Okay. So the kafunsho or hay fever in Japan, because of those changes, got pretty bad in Japan. And yeah, I know a lot of people react really badly. The hay fever in Japan is really strong for the people who get affected by it. Some of my coworkers would get affected really bad. But for foreigners who come to Japan, they don't really notice hay fever. Like, we don't really experience it. I've never experienced it myself, but I hear the longer you live in Japan, the more weak you can get to hay fever. So it becomes stronger the longer you live here.
だから、we have the masks for hay fever とかね。花粉症用のスペシャルマスクもあるし。
Yeah. So in that situation, it protects you from the pollen from getting into your nose and mouth and stuff.
そう。だから花粉症の人が増えて、マスクをつけるようにもなったのが one reason ね。
Okay, so that's one of the first reasons.
And the second reason?
When is kafunsho season in Japan?
In spring and in autumn.
Okay.
で、二つ目は、やっぱり Japanese girls are shy でしょ
Yes, I've heard this reason.
I'm not,
yeah, Tomoko's not shy Japanese girl.
そう、でもね、だから、hiding their faces.
Yeah, I used to work at a Japanese university and at a language university, so you look very good in the mask. A lot of the female students, when they didn't want to wear makeup, they would put on their mask if they didn't have enough time in the morning. So a lot of Japanese students would have a long commute, so they didn't want to take the extra time to put on makeup and worry about their appearance. So an easy solution is just put on the mask and they don't have to worry about their appearance.
Exactly. So, right.
Yeah.
When I don't wear makeup.
Is it just girls who do this, or are there some guys who also use this method?
Some guys are,
I think it's more common in Japan, I think, for guys to wear some makeup or do a little bit more care about their appearance.
Yes,
I think
getting popular, that kind of エステも men エステ is Japanese in English?
エステ。
エステ。フェイシング、フェイスリフトアップとか。
ああ、俺よ
ね、
く知らない正解、それ。
そうだね、知らない世界ね。
maybe my wife knows this term.
そう、beauty for the beauty、もう、we have for men and we have the、beauty shop for men.
Yeah.
ね。だからそういうので男の人もメイクアップするときあるね。メイクアップしてないときは恥ずかしいから隠す。
Yep.
あと、if you wear makeup, wearing makeup, それでも恥ずかしい。
what is it? 目立ちたくないから？
ああ、そうね。あるかも。
Yeah, Japanese people are always shy. Even if they look good, they're shy. If they don't look good enough, a little shy. It's kind of a strange thing that goes on here.
だから、そう、二つ目はやっぱり隠すことから、from hiding your face, our faces から始まったかな。
Okay, so first reason is to protect from hay fever. The second reason is to hide your appearance. Are there any other reasons why people wear masks here in Japan?
あとはあるかな。
So one other reason I've heard is sort of social pressure. So if everyone is wearing masks or a lot of people are sick, or if you're sort of sick and not wearing a mask, I feel like there's a lot of pressure in Japanese society. Like people will be angry at you if you're not wearing a mask.
Right. If you cough in the train,
Yeah.
And at the office, if you cough and action って sneezing
Yeah, in any situation, not just with the virus now, but even before the virus, if you would like sneeze or cough in the office and you didn't have a mask on or cover everything, like there's a lot of angry looks at you.
Right. それもあるわ。
And this is also sort of connected to the other reason I heard, which is the masks are, if you're sick, you should always wear a mask. So to prevent the spread of whatever disease so that other people don't get sick. It's kind of a social rule. If you're sick...
In schools, elementary school, and junior high school.
Yeah. So if you're sick and you go to work in Japan without a mask, it's ダメ。
ダメ。そうだね。So it's なんか本当 traditional custom? Not custom. How
What is it? It's all centered around the 迷惑かけないような考え方。
そうだね。Don't trouble you.
This whole 迷惑かけないような考え方 is, I think, one of the things we mentioned. Me and Tomoko filmed another video on her channel talking about why I'm leaving Japan. So if you haven't checked out that video, go check out Tomoko's channel and you can check out that video. One thing I didn't mention there, though, was this idea where Japanese people don't want to cause a burden to anyone else. So they use this idea for a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. It helps create a lot of peace in the society, but also creates a lot of pressure for the people living in that society. So that's one thing I really will half miss, but also I'm excited to be free from that as well at the same time.
そうね。確かに。なんだろうね。makes us stress.Ourselves?
Yeah. It creates a very nice environment to live in. So visiting Japan as a tourist is really, really nice. But living in that environment is very stressful as a employee. So I feel like the more I learn Japanese, the more expected I am to follow Japanese social rules. The more I'm treated as a Japanese person, the less I enjoy living in Japan.
So we are みんな真面目 ?serious っていうの真面目だよね。
Yes.
日本人は
Very serious country. But there's good and bad things for this.
そうだね、本当 everywhere ね。
Yes. One other secret reason I've heard, which is a really strange one, but maybe you've heard this, is in winter, the masks are nice because they create more humidity. So when you're breathing, you can breathe some warmer air and more humid air. So I've heard this answer a couple times.
Like drinking water instead of drinking water.
Yeah. So especially like when if I'm like exercising in the winter, if I'm running outside or cycling, I also like wearing the mask because it helps filter the cold air. So it warms up the air a little bit.
Warms up ね。But you don't 苦しくない? You not?
It's a little bit tougher to get oxygen, I guess, but also at the same time, it's good training. So you can adapt to it, I think, a little bit, but.
だってそうスカーフごめんね犬が
Yeah, I see. Shut up.
そうスカーフとかだとね、スカーフ巻いて、自
Yeah,
転
it's
車、
like a scarf.
あるある because it's too cold the wind is too cold
So I think that's all the reasons I know. Did you know any other reasons why Japanese people
あとはね
need to wear masks?
でもね honestly I don't wear masks あの
You never?
in general
Oh,
I
okay.
don't like now we have to I know I have to but あんま好きじゃないのよ
Yeah. まあ、ともこさんは隠すの
好
好きじゃないでしょ。目立ちたい人。Yeah. So masks fit a certain personality type as well. Some people really like masks, but also some people also really dislike masks, I guess. I don't wear masks too often, only, but sometimes my wife will force me to wear masks. She'll be like, wear a mask today. I'm like, oh, okay.
もう but for now we have to ね
Yeah.
we have to stay home and when you go out mask
Yeah. You mentioned there were a couple different types of masks. Maybe we can talk about that really quick before we finish.
そうそう this is one type なんかfor young generations like this type
Yeah, I've never used that type, but I've seen very often. It's more expensive, right?
I think so I forgot for the old days みたいな昔買ったやつね
I never see older people use these masks, but I see a lot of young people
あ、そうだね
use these
これ
masks.
young people でも全部だからね鼻ももう口も全部
So it seems more effective. Yeah.
そうだねこれが普通のまあノーマルノーマル
Yeah, these seem so like how do you say? 効率が良くなさそう。
あ、これ
Yeah.
そうだね inefficient あ、English
Yeah, inefficient.
inefficient
Yeah, たまに英語の言葉忘れちゃう。
忘れ日本語で
今日本語の方が自然だから。
そうねこうやって間があるからやっぱり
Yeah, yeah. So, and they never fit my face. They always move.
そうだねこう
So
下
I
に行
think
ってもダメだしねそう I have two types but
Yeah.
other types あるかななんかまあ、今はもう柄があるやつキティちゃんとかね
Yeah, pattern.
パターンが
Yeah, I think in other countries like Vietnam, masks are really popular, but they use more like reusable masks. So it's kind of like a shirt. So you wash it and then you use it again.
そうもう今 we have to make that kind of mask
Yeah, right now you can't buy these in Japan, but luckily we had our box left over from before. Me and my wife, we don't use these too often. We mostly just use a scarf or a neck warmer when we go outside. But alright guys, that's going to finish it for today's video. We hope this was educational to you and you learned something about face masks. And a big thanks to Tomoko-san for helping out with today's video.
お手伝いになったかな I hope I gave
No, we're always excited to hear your opinion. And if you want to see some more videos about learning Japanese, be sure to go check out Tomoko's channel. And if you have any requests of future videos for us to make together, any questions you'd like us to discuss, these kind of video chat videos are really useful right now.
Right
we
now,
can
yes.
try and schedule another one if there's enough interest in another topic. So if you guys have any questions for us to answer, leave those down below in the comment section below. Anyway, thanks again to Tomoko-san, and thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time here on Tubo Cruise.
ありがとう